Hi, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chisom. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you girl, I love a boy. Welcome to our channel. From today's video, I want to share my experience with Regina Housing. And this is like for exclusively for people coming to Saskatchewan, Regina precisely, because I live here, I stay here, and this is my 8th month. Yeah, so I've had like my own fair of share in this city. Okay, so I'm going to be discussing my experience with Regina Housing when we newly moved in, when we newly landed here in Regina from Nigeria. We're trying to build our community, right? Our black community. No offense, like yes, I still have like friends that are white, but you know, first thing first half, like you try to how do they say first thing first whoa. Okay, let's forget about that. So first thing first, you try to connect with people like you, that you feel that understand you and where you're coming from. So we were like asking them like different questions, like how we can easily settle in, and they one of them recommended that we apply for Regina Housing. That Regina Housing is for low income earners here in Regina or Saskatchewan as a whole. And then we just newly came, we haven't gotten a job, we're still jobless. So another person said, no, don't go to Regina Housing. Like when you go to Regina Housing, by the time you get a job, you might not be able to afford it, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so but we now decided, okay, we're going to apply for Regina Housing. And then when we now applied, and we stayed for like a couple of months, and they called us that a house was available for us. Because what you do is that when you call them or you go to their office, you fill out forms and all that, and they ask you, okay, what part of Regina would you prefer? And you they'll give you that option, so you'll be the one to decide, okay, is it I want like the north, I want like the south, I want like the east, depending on where you want. I want like the north central. So if they have a house there and the house is available, like they have houses all over Regina, but people are living there. So if they have like a particular house that that the previous occupant they vacated and is like empty, and maybe you are the next on their list, then they will give you a call. So remember, this is first come first serve on their list. So they called us and they said they have a space for us in the east. That was like one of the happiest news I've heard ever since I landed. As of that moment, I was so happy. And then when we went there to go and check out the house that was assigned to us, not be everywhere for Canada final, like not be everywhere, like we get ghetto here. So when we saw the house, I looked at my husband looked at me. Like it just like we synchronized, like it never bad like that, it never bad rich like that. So we had to turn that house down because no, it was nothing to write home about. We never liked it. The environment was so dirty, and like we saw mosquitoes flying, and you know, it's like a town, is a townhouse, but like all these they were so attached to each other. So like I don't know, the neighborhood people living there, it was so dirty, like we couldn't deal. So we just told them, okay, that we wouldn't be taking that. But like already at that moment, we are already staying in Harbour Landing, and their Harbour Landing houses are so beautiful. Oh my god, so beautiful, so well kept, nice neighborhood, like everything still. So we told them, okay, right now that we are living in Harbour Landing, that we can't move out of Harbour Landing because my kids are already in school, and changing them like to the different school, taking them away from their friends, taking them away from their teacher, that is going to be like a bit of challenge, and they don't want that. And here, you know that they love kids so much. Like, if you come to their ranking, like kids come first, women come second, pets come third, and then the men come last. No offense, guys, but that is it. It is what it is. So I heard, so I read, so no offense. So I told them, and they were like, okay, yeah, for sure. Right now we don't have anything in Harbour Landing. But once something comes up, we'll let you know. We're like, okay. So I was like, are you going to take me back on the list? You were like, no, we are still at the top priority list. I said, okay, yeah, gotcha, no problem. So we have been expecting their call like 2 months. I haven't heard from them. I had to go to their office. I said I wanted to see the person in charge. I know her name, but I don't want to mention her name though. So they told me whether I booked an appointment. I said no. They said, okay, I have to book appointment to see her. I said, okay, go ahead and book appointment. They said what it is for. I said, okay, that we have been on the list, like we've been expecting a call, that she said she was going to call us if there is any space in Harbour Landing, and they said no, there is no space here, so there is no even need booking appointment to see her. So I was like, no. I even had to like give them excuse that our landlord is on our neck, that, and as of that moment I have already started my volunteering, and my husband already started work. And mind you, like, I think their flat rate in Regina Housing, no matter what, I think for, because what they gave us previously was like 3 bed, like a townhouse 3 bed, and where we are living was 2 bed and a bath, but that one has like 2 baths and 3 bed. So and they said that the flat rate was $400 for that house that will be paying monthly. So and as of the moment I went to the office to go and look for her, I was already volunteering with the government establishment I talked about in my previous video. So I went there. They said I can't book appointment because I still have to wait, that like once something come up, that they are the ones who get in touch with me, so I don't need to come to their office. I said no, that my landlord is on my neck. I'm not working right now, like I can't keep up with the rent I'm paying there. As of then, the rent was 1,270 excluding utility, and then that we have been digging hands inside our proof of funds, and we don't want to continue doing that. So they are like, I'm sorry, there is nothing we can do, that once it's your turn we'll give you a call. So I went, like every day I was going there for like 2 weeks, nothing. Like it got to the point that they had to warn me to stop coming to the office, that there is nothing they can do about it. And there was something I witnessed, like one of the times I went there. So there was a lady that attended to me, and I said I wanted to see the person in charge of the of assigning the houses. And then she was like, what is the problem? I told her the same thing, and she was like, I'm sorry, you cannot see her right now, that we are not attending to immigrants. I was like, why? They said she was like, because right now that they are focusing on the Ukrainians that just came into Canada, trying to provide accommodation for them. And I was like, okay, is that why I haven't like gotten a call? Is that why like applications are being paused? Looks like maybe she was not supposed to say what she said. Like she now, got herself and was like, okay, sorry, I said that, and forget about I said that. House is not available, is that it's not available. So I was like, okay, but can I stay? She said no, I cannot. She was so rude to me, and I just had to like walk away. So I had to send the person in charge an email telling her the situation I was facing, that my landlord is on my neck to pay my rent and blah blah blah. And she was like, Chisom, there is nothing I can do. Once something comes out, I'll let you know. Okay, so I told my husband I'm not going to go back to that office again. Anytime they want to call us, let them call us. My husband was like, let's forget about it. At least he has started a job. He'll be able to finance the house and all that. We'll be able to manage ourselves. And as God may have it, like I also got my own job. And then yeah, we're both working, and we moved into this new apartment right now. So we've actually forgotten about Regina Housing. So just for like a couple of weeks ago, they called me that they have a place for me in. We just recently moved here. Like it's not be, and we already signed like a year lease here. And you know what it is, like a year lease is an agreement you're going to live here for like 1 year. So they called me like because usually it's the women they call. So they called me and like they've already like secured a place for us in Harbour Landing. It's a 3-bed townhouse that we should go and look at it. They gave me the address. So I was supposed to go to work the next day, so I told my husband if he can make out time to go and look at the place. He went, checked it out, said, "Wow, it's so beautiful, it's so nice." Of course, their Harbour Landing houses are beautiful. So but the issue is that when she now called me back, she was like, "Okay, that we like it." We said yes, and she was like, "Okay, that but the issue right now," she was like, "Have we started working?" We said yes. I said, "I'm working, my husband is working." She was like, "Okay, just so I know that the rent is going to be like 30% of our income." No. Oh my God. Like our both income combined together, 30%. Oh my God. Who does that? So like when we calculated it, it was not less than $2,500. And I looked at my husband, and my husband looked at me. We can't take it. I had to immediately send an email. I was like, "I'm sorry. We already moved into an apartment. We signed a year lease. I'm sorry, we won't be taking that offer. Thank you so much for your concern. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for giving me this house, but we won't be able to take it." And she was like, "Okay, I'm just going to cancel your name from the application. Just so you know, like if you ever need like Regina Housing, you have to start all over again to apply, and then you're going to be on a waiting list, and you're going to be blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, thank you so much. I am never ever going to apply because I don't pray that I won't get a job, because this is the least I can ever be. And I won't be needing Regina Housing anymore." So, meaning that the more income I'm getting, the higher rent I'm going to be paying. No, I am not here to dash people money. So don't mind me, but I just feel that Regina Housing is just for like for new immigrant that just moved in. Like before you start a job, if you're able to apply for Regina Housing, that would be fantastic, because we have a family friend that came the same period that we came, and they were able to get like a Harbour Landing, and right now they are paying 450. But I'm sure by next year, because once like yearly they review like your tax and everything, and then once they review your tax and your working, your income and everything, rent is going to increase. Yeah. So I feel that Regina Housing is always good for people that just came when you haven't gotten any job yet. At least you enjoy it for like 1 year, and after 1 year, if you're able to like get a job and it's a high paying job, just know that you're going to be paying more. Imagine 30%, and imagine like a husband and wife living in the same house, and then your combined income 30% out of it. You know how much that would be. So of course we don't pray to like keep going down, we pray to like keep going up. So the more up you're going, the more you're paying. So that's just basically my experience with Regina Housing. There is nothing bad with Regina Housing. It's beautiful. They have like good apartments, like in good neighborhood. But I think their best houses are in the south, Harbour Landing precisely. That is why it's difficult for people to even get into Harbour Landing, because like it's really beautiful. But then just after 1 year you get a job, just know that they're going to increase your rent. That is just it. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Do like, invite your friends to like my video, subscribe. Till I see you in my next video. Ciao ciao. Hi guys. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay. Hi guys. Well,